So one of my favorite things, preparing your spring garden. I have never planted my garden vegetables from scratch. I've always bought the little bedding plants and cheated at the greenhouse store because one of our friends has a greenhouse. But this year I said to her, you know what, I really would like to plant my plants from seed this year. So I got these handy dandy little peat pods, and they have a little indent in them, okay? So I just got a little cookie sheet and my cucumber seeds, and I'm going to put my cucumber seeds in the middle of that pod, okay? And I'm just going to line these up on my cookie sheet. And then I'm going to put each seed in this little pod, these nifty little pods, and then I'm going to water them. I'm going to fill the cookie sheet, and that's going to retain all the water, and that's going to grow a little cucumber plant that I can, when it grows, I'm going to put this in front of the window, like right on the counter in front of the window so it can get lots of sun. And then when these start to grow, like maybe about, I don't know, an inch high, then I'm gonna take these and transplant them into a bigger pot. So right in the middle of that pod, and then I'm just going to soak these all with water and wait for them to start growing. So isn't that awesome that we can take these little pods? I'll finish this later because you don't want to be bored watching me do the whole tray. But isn't it awesome that we can take a cookie sheet, put a little seed in here, and watch it grow, right? So this is pretty cool because these little peat pods have been sitting here for about an hour, and you can see how they've grown, and there's soil in there. So I'm just going to take these seeds and I'm going to push them down a little bit so that they're nicely embedded in the peat pods. These are pretty cool. This is the first time I've used these, and I have to say, I'm quite impressed. I've got tomato seeds and cucumber seeds in here. And then I'm going to take some more water, and I don't pour it on top. I pour it into the cookie pan, the cookie sheet, so that it fills them all. And then we're going to wait and see these grow, but it's pretty cool. So what started off as a 1/4 inch peat pod is now, I don't know, about an inch thick. And there's it's a little pot of soil. So it's pretty cool. Awesome. So this is very cool because they're growing and it's awesome. But just don't forget that this is like your garden soil. So when you feel it drying out, you have to make sure that you water it because you want those little roots to grow. So don't let it dry out. Don't keep it too moist because you don't want it to mold. But when you see the little peat pods drying out, or when you don't see water sitting in the pan, water it and just pretend it's soil because it is. It's just a little peat pod. Awesome! So I have to say, these peat pods are very cool. So after a week, this is what we have, right? We have cucumbers and tomatoes growing happily in my cookie sheet in the little peat pods. So these are the little peat pods that we filled with water. And look, you've got little roots growing already. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I like these little pods. However, I did learn I'm just fixing something here. I did learn something already. No, right? Doesn't that look awesome? But I did learn something already, okay? So remember, I'm gonna take you down so you can see this. Okay, so there is one thing I learned though with these peat pods. See, you learn things as you're going along. And even when things are brand new, you learn something. So all these little peat pods, I'm gonna put them back in here with this little indent on the top. Okay, so the last time we did this tray, you remember that I put them in and then I put the seeds in and then I watered them, but it's easier if you put these little peat pods in, put water in your tray, and then wait about 15 minutes. And then it's easier to get the seeds in them when they're wet and they're, you know, they're ballooning, they're getting bigger. So yeah, put your water in first and then put your seeds in. It's a lot easier. So you can see that the peat pods have really raised because of the water, but now it's going to make it easier to plant the seeds. So I've got some cucumber seeds. These are just in a little bit of tape. You can get cucumber seeds in a tape like this, but I'm just going to tear them apart, and you can put the tape right in there because it's not going to hurt anything. The tape will disintegrate and then the cucumber will grow. So I'm going to put these in here, and we'll have some more cucumbers growing soon. And if you've noticed, I just press it down really well because then they'll grow inside. So yeah, these peat pods are awesome. You can see they're nice and thick. Now it's easy to get the seed in there when you put the water in beforehand. So one of my favorite things, peat pods, right? So you have a great day. That's it. That's it. You can stop the camera.